Hi everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here. So in today's session we are going to be discussing reasoning ability, and the topic that we are going to be looking at is coding, decoding and element series. So these are the two topics that we are going to be discussing today. Now coming to coding, decoding. What is coding, decoding? Coding, decoding is like you have some information, right? You write the given information, you want to transmit it to somebody else, but others should not know. So what do? You make a language, or you write it in such a way that others cannot find out just by seeing the message, correct? So basically you make a code for the given information, you make a code and you send it to the receiver, and the receiver is able to decode it and get the information that you are trying to convey. Okay, so now coding, decoding, generally the basic types of coding, decoding that comes in examinations are letter coding, number coding, symbol coding. Okay, then you have language coding, chain coding, and then you have complex coding, right, wherein you have a mixture of these numbers, letters and symbols, etc. So first let us skim through the basics of coding, decoding, like what are the different types of questions that can come from this section, and what are the points that you should keep in your mind to solve questions from this section, and then we will go about solving questions from this section. Okay, let me share my screen. So as I said, coding is the process of encrypting or creating codes for a given information. Okay, and questions pertaining to this topic, what should you do? You have to decode or find the pattern of coding that is being used in the question, and you have to find the answers accordingly. The various types of coding, decoding was the first type of coding, decoding that generally comes in examination is number coding. What is number coding? That is, for each given, generally for each given letter in English alphabet, they assign certain numbers. Like if you have a word cat, right, it is coded as 1, 2, 3. That means the code for C is 1, the code for A is 2, and so on. Sometimes for each letter a particular number is assigned. So that is called as number coding. Then you have symbol coding. What is symbol coding? Again, for each letter in each word or each letter in the code, some symbols are used. Okay, let's say again, like if you have a word cat, it is sometimes represented something like this, correct? So you can say that C is coded as star, A is coded as hash, and so on. Then you have something called as language coding. So language coding is like, let us say they give you something like this, right? In a language, how are you is coded as KPT, something like that. Okay, so that is called as language coding. Then you have something called as chain coding. In chain coding, what comes is, let us say they say that red is coded as blue, blue is coded as green, green is coded as pink. So what is the color of the sky? Questions of these sort. Okay, that is called as chain coding. See, I am just briefing you through these each of these types. We will do these in the problems as well, so it will be very clear to you. For those of you who are new to this particular topic, coding, decoding, with what I say right now, you might not have a clear idea, but that's fine. As and when we go about solving the questions, I am sure you will be very clear as to what we are discussing. Okay, then you have complex coding. So complex coding is wherein a mix of all these types of codings, correct? Mix of symbol, number, language coding, etc. That's called as complex coding. So nowadays, if you see in bank and SSC examinations, questions on complex coding is very common. So questions on complex coding is like you have some number coding involved, some symbol coding involved, some letter coding involved. So mix of all these, that's called as complex coding, complex or advanced level of questions from coding, decoding. So let us directly start solving questions from this topic so that things are more clear to you. Now, before we start solving questions, there are a few points that you have to keep in your mind before you solve questions from this topic. The first thing that you need to remember is the position of the letters in the English alphabets. Like, for example, the position of A is 1, correct? The position of B is 2, position of C is 3, and so on. Similarly, the position of Z in the English alphabet is 26. So this position you should know. Why it is? Because a lot of questions on coding, decoding are based on these positions. So it is not practically easy for all of us to remember each and every. Let us say if I say, okay, I ask you, what is the position of the letter S? Directly you can't say what is the position of S, correct? So for that what I suggest is, remember the position of few letters in between, like for example M, position of M in the English alphabet is 13. So if you remember the position of M, then to find out the position of S is easier, correct? If you know what is M, then N, O, P, Q, R, S. So you can say what will be the position of S. So remember the position of at least few letters in between, so that the other letters you will be able to backtrace from that and find out if required. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind is the numerical position of the letters in the English alphabet, okay, in the forward direction. Similarly, you should also know the position of the letters in the English alphabet in the reverse direction. That is, what is the position of Z from the reverse? If you look at from reverse, position of Z is 1, correct? Position of Y is 2, position of X is 3, and so on. Similarly, the position of A will be 26. So this reverse order also at times becomes very useful, okay. So in the reverse order, if you see, the position of M is 14. So at least remember the position of M in the forward and the reverse direction. You will be able to find out the position of the close by letters easily. So we are just discussing the basics of coding decoding. So just keep these two orders in mind. Then again, in a lot of coding, what they do is the alphabets, right, in the given word, it is replaced in the code with the alphabet which comes numerically in the same position as in the reverse alphabetical order. So what does that mean? See, for example, you have A, B, C, D. I'm just writing down the alphabets here. Yes, so I've just written down the English alphabets like this. See, at times, let us say you have a word cat, right? Now this cat is coded as, let's say, X, Z and G. Now what is the coding that they have followed? See, the position of C from the beginning is 3, correct? Now which will be the letter at the same position 3 when you look from the reverse direction? It is X, correct? So C is coded as X. Similarly, A is coded as Z and T is coded as G, okay? So that is the pattern that is being followed. So sometimes what they do is the alphabets in the given word, correct, is replaced in the code with the alphabet which comes numerically in the same position in the reverse alphabetical order. So keep in mind, sometimes coding also is done in this manner, okay. So these are different types of questions that you can expect from this topic. So always remember to write down the alphabets like this till M and then starting from N. Then you will be able to find out the opposite letters, okay. Totally you have 26 letters in the English alphabet. M is the 13th one. So from M, then opposite to that will be N, and write it like that, okay. Yes, so I think basics this is enough. We'll directly start solving the questions. It will be more clear to you. So the first question from this topic, coding decoding, is there on your screen. So first we'll look at fairly easy questions and then we will go about solving tougher ones. The first question is there on your screen. In a certain code language, if the word partner is coded as OZQSMDQ, then what is the code for the word segment? So what is given here? See, you have a word partner, PARTNER. Now this word is coded as OZQSMDQ. So what is the pattern that is being followed here? See, P is coded as O, A is coded as Z, Z is coded as Q. So basically P minus 1 is Q, correct? Similarly, A minus 1 is Z, R minus 1 is Q, T minus 1 is Z, N minus 1 is M, minus 1. Basically one letter you are subtracting and writing in the code. That's what the pattern that you have followed. So similarly, what will be the code for segment? Very easy question. This is a very easy letter coding. So I would say this is an example of letter coding, correct? So you are using different letters for the given word, and what we have done, we have subtracted minus 1 from each of the letter in the given word to arrive at the code. So what will be your answer? Come on guys, tell me what the answer is. Very easy question. So S minus 1 is R, E minus 1 is D, G minus 1 is F, M minus 1 is L, E minus 1 D, N minus 1 M, T minus 1 is S. So R, D, F, L, D, M, S. Correct answer is option B. So this is a very basic question on coding. Next one. WAYIN is written as TXVFK. How LBUK can be written in that code? So WAYIN is written as TXVFK. You have to find out how will you write LBUK. See what is the, what have they done here? See, you have T, then U, V and then W, correct? So basically W minus 3 gives you T, similarly A minus 3 gives you X, Y minus 3 gives you V, and so basically you are doing minus 3 for each of the letters to arrive at the code. So what will come here? You will get I, Y, R and H. So the correct answer for this is option A. Next one. In a certain code, break is written as ASDBJ. How is solar written in that code? So you have a word break, BREAK. It is written as ASDBJ. So you have to find out how is this word solar written. So these three are easy ones. After this I will give you a tough question. So let me see who will answer that also. B minus 1 is A, correct? Now R plus 1 is S, E minus 1 is D, A plus 1 is B, K minus 1 is J. So basically this is an alternating series, correct? You had for the first letter they are doing minus 1, then plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. So same pattern you do for solar. So S minus 1, here you will have plus 1, then minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. That's the pattern that you have to follow. Sometimes questions are easy but we overlook and mark the wrong answer. Don't do that in the examination. So here you have S minus 1 is R. After O you have P. Then L minus 1 is K. And after A you have B. R minus 1 is Q. So the correct answer here is option C, R, P, K, B, Q. Next question. Try out this question. So do this question now and give me the answer. In a certain code language, nationalism is written as OINTANMSAII. How is department written in that code? See what is given here, nationalism, NATIONALISM. This is coded as OINTANMSAII. I think it should be IL, correct? One has to be L, one letter has to be L. There are no two I's, correct? That was a small typo error there, IL. Okay, so this is what is given. Now, what is the code that they have followed? First, let us see. What is the pattern that they have used? See, you have, if you can see here, there is a word nation, correct? Then you have ALISM. If you see here, this nation word is jumbled up and it is coming like this in the beginning. Then the remaining letters, correct? ALISM, that is again jumbled up and coming like this. So we have to find out what is the pattern that they have followed. So I'm just writing this down neatly here. Basically, I'm taking this as two words. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now what they have done is they have written the O first, correct? That is the fifth letter first, followed by the fourth letter. Then they have the first letter, then 3, 2 and 6. Correct? That's what they have, that's how they have written. See that, that's how they are getting. Fifth letter is O, the fourth letter is I, and the first letter is N, then you have T, and then you have A, and then again N. Now with this ALISM, again if I put this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how they have written it is, they have written M first. So they have written the fifth letter, then the fourth letter, then the first letter, then the third letter, then L. L is the second letter. See, same pattern, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so that is the pattern again they are following here. Here there are 6 letters, here there are 5 letters. Basically this letter is kept there as such. This N is kept as such, it is not being used at all. That's what it means. So actually you can split it as 5 letters here, 5 letters here, 1 letter in the middle. The middle letter is used as such, it is not changed. The first 5 letters, they are arranged in this format, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Here again this letter 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. So I am getting MSAIL. Okay, so that is the pattern that is being followed. Bittu, see what they have done is, see you have, see I just split this big word into 2 sets of words and I tried to find out what is the pattern that they have used. So what you can very clearly see is that in this word nationalism, right, there are, how many letters are there? 11 letters are there. So this middle letter N, okay, is remaining the same. So this middle letter N is not changed at all. Okay, so that is there as such. Now split this big word as 3 sets of words. Okay, the first 5 words, let that be one set. The next the middle word, use it as such, middle letter, use it as such. The next 5 letters, let that be another set. So what they have done is, see, this letter is position 1, this letter is position 2, this letter is position 3, 4 and 5. So how have they written it? They have written the 5th letter first, followed by the 4th letter, followed by the 1st letter, 3rd letter and 2nd letter. Okay, that is what they have done. Similarly, this N they have written as such, that is the middle letter. Now look at the next set of 5 letters, the first letter. This is the first letter, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Now in the code, how have they written? The 5th letter comes first, followed by the 4th letter, followed by the 1st letter, followed by the 3rd letter, followed by the 2nd letter. So that is the pattern that they have followed, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. The whole word nationalism is split into 3 parts. Okay, the middle letter is used as such in the code. The remaining letters are arranged in this order. Now let us try to arrange department the same way, DEPARTMENT. That is the word, correct? Department. So how will you arrange it? I think the word it's not department, sorry, there is a typo, it is departments. Okay, departments, S is there, no, in the this thing. Yeah, so departments is the word. Sorry guys, there was a typo error, it was departments. Okay, again 11 letters. So what do? Split as 5 letters here, and then this is the middle letter. So in the code also the middle letter is going to be the same. Okay, now if this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, here what will be the pattern that should come? It should be 5, 4, 1, 3 and 2. So which is the 5th letter here? R. 4th letter A. 1st letter D. 3rd letter P. 2nd letter E. Okay, so till now you have got. Now here again you have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So again the order that you have to arrange them is 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. So what will come? S, 4 is T, 1 is M, 3 is N and 2 is E. So this is the code that you are looking at. See, you can draw diagrams like this also and check. Like for example, see if you have NATIO. Okay, that is coded as OINTA. So you can draw this crisscross diagram relationship like this also and do. You needn't write letters. I just wrote letters so that it is easier for you to understand. Correct? That is the pattern that they have followed. Either do it like this. If this crisscross is too much of confusing for you, you can write down the positions like this and do. Okay? So the correct answer here for this question will be RADPETSTMNE. Which is the correct option? RADPETSTM, this one, option B. That is going to be the correct answer for this question. I hope it is clear. See, this big word, what we did was we tried to split it into three portions. Okay, the middle letter is taken as such in the code, so that is kept separately. The first 5 letters, that is one set. The next set of 5 letters, that is another set. Okay, now from this set we found out the order in which the arrangement has happened in the code. Here also we found out that the same order is being followed, same way we did for the given word. Okay, good. Next one, next question. In a certain code language, streamling is written as CGTVUHOJMN. So let me see who is going to give me the answer for this one. This is a very good question. See how you know how to solve questions on coding decoding is when you try out all these types of questions. The next time such a question appears, you will definitely be able to recollect or get an idea as to how to solve it. Okay, because I have tried to choose questions of different types so that you also try out all these types and you get an you have seen these questions, so that when you go to the exam, you would have already tried out these types of questions earlier. So try this one and tell me how you should do it. Anybody got the answer for this one? So let me give you a clue. Now are you guys able to do it? See, here also you have to split the given set of letters into 2 sets, okay, and then try, you will get it faster. See, if this is the word that you have, what they have done is they have written the reverse of these letters, right? What is the reverse? AERTS. Similarly, reverse of this is GNILM. After writing the reverse of the letters, what they did was they just did plus 2. A plus 2 is C, E plus 2 is G, R plus 2 T, T plus 2, everything plus 2, everywhere plus 2, right? So you get T plus 2 is V, here you will have U. Same here, I have written these letters in reverse, correct? Here it is plus 1, there it was GH, NO, IJ, so plus 1, L, M, M, N. So in the first half they reversed it, did plus 2, in the second half they reversed it and did plus 1. So that is the correct pattern that is being followed here. So if you have the word periodical, how will you do it? Again you have to split it into two sets, correct? P-E-R-I-O, that is one set, D-I-C-A-L. Now write these letters in reverse. You will have O-I-R-E-P, here you will have L-A-C-I-D. Now for the first set you do plus 2, for this set you do plus 1. So plus 2 means what will you have? L-M-N-O, then you will have Q, here Q, K, T, G, R, and here when you do plus 1 you will have M, B, D, J, E. So the correct answer for this question is Q, K, T, G, R, M, B, D, J, E. Yes. So what have they done here? They have taken the first set of letters, reversed it, and then did plus 2 to that. The second set of letters, reversed it, then did plus 1 to that, and arrived at the respective codes. Next question. Now this is called as, generally this is language coding, okay? If the sentence, you must go early to catch a train, is coded as follows, okay? What will be the code for the sentence? Morning exercise will help you to keep fit. See what have they done here in the code? There is a set of words, okay, in the sentence. Now this sentence is rewritten, same set of words are used and rewritten in some format, okay. So generally another type of question that comes in language coding is like this. Let's say I miss you, right? I miss you is written as ki, ka, na, something like this. In a certain language I miss you is written like this, or questions of this sort, right? I want to go is written as P, da, na, pa, some codes like this. So this is generally the type of question that comes in language coding. But here what do we do? For each word there is a respective code that is being used, correct? For each word one code is used. Here in this above question, this is not what they have done. What they have done, they have given you a set of words, and in its code it has just been rearranged, that's all. So you have to find out in what manner they have done the rearrangement, because the same sets of words are appearing in the code also. See how many words are there here? You must go early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 words are there. In the code also these 8 words are there, same set of 8 words, they are arranged in another order. So just find out the order to get the answer. So I am just numbering these, okay. U is 1 here, then you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in what order has these words appeared here? First, which word has come? Early. Early was in the 4th position earlier, correct? Then you have train. Train is was in the 8th position. Then you have must. Must is in the 2nd position. I am just looking at here, okay. Here must is in the position 2. Here it has come here. So similarly the first position is early. Early was the word which was in the 4th position in the actual sentence. I hope you understand what I am trying to write. 2 was position 5, go was position 3, and then the was position 7, and you was position 1. So now what will be the code for the sentence? Morning exercise will help you to keep fit. Again, how many words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Follow the same pattern and arrange them accordingly. That is, make the 4th word come first, followed by the 8th word to come second, the 2nd word to be 3rd, and so on. Arrange them like that and you will get the answer. So here what will be the word that comes first, which is the 4th one? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 4th one is help. So the first word that should come in the code has to be help. So these two are eliminated. Then next should be the 8th word. 8th one is fit. See in this question the word catch is missing, correct? See this catch has to come here, okay. This is 6. So again, there was a typo error here. I think I'll take it up with the team because generally so much typo errors doesn't come. The word catch is missing here. The word catch has to come here between 4 and 8. So this is 6. So the pattern that they have followed is 4, 6, 8, 2, 5, 3, 7 and 1. Okay. So again, what will be the code then? It has to be the first 4 means here 4 is help. Then 6th one should come. 6 is 2. Then 8th one is fit. Then you have 4, 6, 8, then 2, that is exercise. The correct answer is B. Here it has to, catch has to come. Okay, early, catch, train, must go. So the pattern that they have used is 4, 6, 8, 2, 5, 3, 7 and 1. That was the pattern that they have followed. Same pattern you will have help, to, fit, exercise. Correct answer is option B. So by looking at the first 3-4 letters itself, you will be able to arrive at the answer. Okay, I hope it is clear. See here there was a word missing, catch was missing here. Catch position here was 6, it has come second here. Next one. So next question is a question on symbol coding wherein each letter in the word is coded with a symbol. Okay, so what have they done here? Fear is coded as plus, into, divided by asterisk. Read is coded as asterisk, into, divided by dollar. Now you have to find out the code for fade. Very easy, no? See, what is the code for F? The code for F is plus, the code for A is divided by, the code for R, D is dollar, and the code for E is into. Just put in the this thing correctly, match them correctly and write, that's all. A is divided by, D is dollar, and E is X. So the correct code for that we are looking at is option A. Next question. Yeah, see, this is language coding that I said, right? This is the general type that you will see for each set of words in a particular language. A particular code is given. Sometimes it is in terms of numbers, sometimes it's in terms of different set of words. In a certain code language, 1357 means we are very happy. 2639 means they are extremely lucky. 794 means happy and lucky. Which digit in the code language stands for very? See, sometimes questions on this language coding, you will have 2 or 3 questions that follow. So that's why I just wrote down whatever information that we can find out here. See what is given here. In a code language, 1357 means we are very happy. 2639 means they are extremely lucky. 794 means happy and lucky. Which digit in that code language stands for very? Okay. Now if I compare, okay, the first set, there is 1357, we are very happy, and this set, right, 794, happy and lucky. In these two sets of words, see, we are very happy and lucky. Which is the common word that is there? Only common word is happy. And similarly, if you look at the code, the common number that is there is 7. So what does that clearly mean? The code for happy is 7. Okay. Now next. Again, I'm trying to find out the codes of each of these words in this first set. Okay, if I find the code of each of these words, then I'll be able to find out which number stands for the word very. Correct? That's what I'm trying to do. So first I found out that happy stands for 7. Now next one, if I compare the first and the second set, okay, we are very happy, they are extremely lucky. So here again, comparing these two, the only common word is R. And if you look at the numbers, which is the only common number here, that is 3. So the code for R is 3. Now next, what do we have? We have same way, if I compare this second and third statements, right, they are extremely lucky and happy and lucky, I can say the code for lucky is 9. And again, when I compare, okay, now that I have got, now if I look at this third statement, right, here I know the code for happy is 7, code for lucky is 9, and I can say the code for and is 4. So I got the code for and also. So this full thing I have actually decoded. Now, but again, to find out the code for very, right, here I have 1 and 5, okay, and I have 2 words we and very. Now which is the code for very? How can I say? It can either be 1 or it can be 5. So we are not sure. So I see either there should have been an option which says 1 or 5. In that case, that option would be correct. Otherwise, you say that the data is inadequate to arrive at the answer. It should be data inadequate. It will be either 1 or 5, because I am not able to find out any other way in which you can say it is exactly 5. Okay, so why I wrote these down is because, see, in examinations what happens is they give you such language coding and they'll ask you 2-3 sub questions. So in such cases you should be able to find out the codes of the other words as well if required. Okay, so let's look at the next question. I hope it is clear now. Next question. In a certain code language, creative is written as BDSBFUJS. How is triangle written in that code? So what is the answer for this question? Creative, CREATIVE. Now this is coded as BDSBFUJS. So if you see here, see what they have done, they have again split this word into 2 pieces and written it in reverse. So this will become AERC and this will become EVIT. So they split this word into 2 equal parts, wrote it in reverse. Now what do you get? A plus 1 is B, E minus 1 is D, R plus 1 is S, C minus 1 is B. That is plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 for the first half. For the next half, what have they done? Again E plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. Same pattern. So that is the pattern that they have followed. What have they done? The full word they have split it into 2 equal parts, wrote it down in reverse. Each part they have written the reverse of each part and then did plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 alternatively. So what is the code for triangle? The code for triangle is TRIA is one set, NGLE is the other set. So you have AIRT, here you will have ELGN, then again do plus 1 minus 1. So you will have B, this is plus 1, correct, plus 1 minus 1, S, S, B, H, S, S, F, K, H, M. So the correct answer is option D. See, even when you reach at this point, no, B, H, S, S, F, K. So if you reach here itself, you can stop because already these two B, H, S, S, already this option B, H, S, S, M, it's gone. So these options are gone already. You are left with these two. So B, H, S, S, here this is also gone. Only these 2 options you will be left with at this point, right? M, when you get M here, when you get F here, you know this option is also wrong. So at this point itself, you can eliminate and then take that to be the correct answer. You needn't find out the full code. Okay, in a lot of questions that will be very useful. That is a very smart way of solving. As and when you try to find out the code, just keep cross-checking with the options. At some point, you will be able to eliminate the options and arrive at the answer immediately. So you needn't find out the entire code in the actual examination. So this, again, look at this question. This question is a very easy question. This is on number coding. So again, in this question, you should be able to solve it in less than 5 seconds. Okay. See what is given here. 341782 is coded as monkey. 0596 is denotes RAGS. Then what is the code for this word? Now here, to solve this question, just try out a few letters in the beginning. And then what answer you get, directly mark that as the answer. Now you have 7 here. Let me just write it down here because I am explaining, but in the examination you need not write it down, okay? Just by looking itself you should be able to compare. Don't waste your time by writing like this in the examination. Now, what is the first number here? 7. 7 stands for K. 5. Again 5 stands for, you can look here itself, correct? 5 stands for A. So 5 stands for A. 1. 1 stands for N. Okay, see 1 stands for N. 1 stands for N. Then you have 9. 9 stands for G. So at this point itself, you know these options are already gone. In the first step itself, I eliminated these two. When I wrote K here itself, I know these two options are not correct. Then you have here KARN and you have KANG. So when you find out what is the value of 1, correct? You know 1 is going to be N. So when 1 is N, you know this option is also gone because they have given KAR here. So this is also gone. Correct answer has to be A. Okay? Kangaroo, option A. Next question. So this is symbol coding. S is written as H, R as ampersand, A as triangle and so on. Now, how is master written in this code. Again, very easy question. You just have to compare and write. See, these are mark scoring questions. If this come in the examination, you should see to it that you get the answer correct. Now, it is given M is coded as hash. So, this has to be hash. Then next one, A is coded as triangle. Now, again when A is coded as triangle, eliminate this option. That option is not there. Then next you have S. S is written as H. So, next has to be H. So, again this option is eliminated. Now, you are left, because here it is dollar, correct? So, that is eliminated. Now, you are left with two options. Then you have T. T is coded as dollar. So, T is coded as dollar. Eliminate this option. This should be your answer. If you check, you get E is coded as percentage and R is coded as, got the answer. Correct answer is option A. Next one, love is coded as 27. Then how is come coded as? So, this is one of the points that we discussed in the beginning. See, I told you that you should remember the position of the letters in the English alphabet. Okay, in many questions in coding, these positions become useful. Sometimes what they do is directly the position of the letters are used in the code. Sometimes using the position of the letters, some operation is performed, like some addition or subtraction or multiplication is performed to arrive at the code. Okay, so this is one such question. Try out this question and give me the answer. See, what they have done here is LOVE is coded as 27. Now, what is the position of L? If you look at the English alphabet, I told you, see, A is 1, is said is 26. All of us remember this, right? You know what is M? I told you, remember M as 13 always. Okay, so then what is the position of L? The position of L has to be 12. Now, if M is 13, N is 14 and O is 15. Okay, now, so I know the position of these two. Now, take position of E. Position of E you know is 5, correct? A, B, C, D and E. So, position of E is 5. Similarly, what will be the position of V? See, Z is 26. So, just backtrace, V has to be 22. Now, what you see here is that 12 plus 15 is what? 12 plus 15 is 27. Similarly, 22 plus 5 is also equal to 27. And that is the code that they have used here. Now, same way, how will you code come COME? So, here you know what is the position of C? Position of C you know is 3. Position of O we already found out in the previous question, it was 15. Again, position of M, all of us know that it is 13. Position of M we know is 13 and position of E we know is 5. So, what is 15 plus 3? 18. 13 plus 5? 18. So, the code that we are looking at here is going to be 18 for this word. Okay? 12 plus 15 plus 22 plus 5. So, 12 plus 15 plus 22 plus 5 is 27 into 2, correct? 27 into 2, that is 54. So, 54 divided by 2, that is 27. So, that is your answer. Similarly, here if you do, you will have 15 plus 3, 18, 13 plus 5, 18. So, 18 plus 18 or 18 into 2, that is 36 divided by 2, that is equal to 18, which is your code. So, the correct answer is option B, 18. Next question. If 841 is equal to 3, 633 is equal to 5, 425 is equal to 7, then 217 is equal to question mark. So, what is the pattern that they have used here? See, 841 is coded as 3. So, the pattern that they have followed here is this: 8 divided by 4 plus 1, that is equal to 3. That is the first number, second number. First number divided by the second number plus the third number gives you the code. Similarly, next one will be 6 divided by 3 plus 3. 4 divided by 2 plus 5. Basically, I am writing these numbers one by one in this first one. First number divided by the second number plus the third number. That is the answer. Okay. So, here you have 6 by 3 is 2 plus 3, that is 5. That is the code that they have used. Similarly, here 7. So, how will you code 217? It will be 2 divided by 1 plus 7, that is equal to 9. So, the correct answer for this is option D. Okay. Hope it is clear. Next one. So, the next set of questions that we are going to be solving today are these advanced set of questions that come from coding decoding, and this is the latest pattern that you see in most of the examinations. So, here what they do is, see, you have a mix of letter, number and symbol coding involved in the questions. Now at times in the examinations, what happens is, see, finding out the complete code at times is not possible with the time constraint that we have. Okay, see, you have to find out what the symbol in the code stands for, what the letter in the code stands for, and what the number in the code stands for. At times what happens is, when you solve, you will be able to find out the coding or the pattern that they've used for the numbers, or the pattern that they have followed for the symbols, or the pattern that they have followed for the alphabets. At least if you are able to find any one, okay, and you are able to do only that, don't worry, try to backtrace the answer using the pattern that you have decoded. Let's say you have decoded only the symbol, okay, using the symbol, see if you are able to arrive at the answers for the question that follows. Many times what happens is, you will be able to get the answer just by using that one thing that you have decoded. Okay, so let us try it out in that way in this question also, so that you understand what I am trying to say in a better way. Now let us look at this question. India and China are fighting is coded as $5, E$6, A exclamation 10, A exclamation 4, G#13. Similarly, four sets of information is given, followed by their corresponding codes. So in the codes, what can you see? There is a letter, there is a symbol, and there is a number. Now you have to see what is the code that they have used. Okay, I'll give you 1 or 2 seconds to read the question and try to understand it, and then I'll go about solving it. See, one major thing that you can notice here is this: India and China are fighting. Now if you look at these words, no, last letter in India is A, last letter in and is D, last letter in China is A, E and G. Now if you look at the codes, you have D, E, A, G. So what does that mean? Here the first element, right, in the code is nothing but the last letter of each given word, right? One major thing you have decoded now. So the first letter in the code is nothing but the last letter of each and every given word. Now, so if you look at, so and what are they asking you? They are asking you what should be the, now look at the question, okay, that is one thing that you have decoded. So now I have decoded the letter, okay, letter, this, what this letter stands for in the code, I have decoded that. I got that already. Now what are they asking us? They are asking us, how is the word Lok Sabha coded in that language? So Lok Sabha coded in that language means, in the code of Lok Sabha, what is going to be the last, last letter in this word is A. So the code should begin with an A. So definitely I can eliminate these 3 options. See, I have not found out anything else. Just by this small information that I get, I am able to eliminate 3 options. Okay, so that's what I was trying to say. At times some questions you will be able to solve itself, because of this option, any one of the option, if it was not starting with A, you could have eliminated that as well and marked the other one as the answer. So don't panic when you see such questions. Even if you are able to decode part of the given information, you might be able to arrive at the answer. Okay. Yeah, now let us continue. Next, what is given here? Then you have a symbol and then you have a number. Now what does this number represent? See, $5. Okay, $5 is the code for which word? See, D ending with D is and, correct? $5 is the code for this given word. Okay, now what does this mean? This dollar symbol is used here. Now where else has dollar come? $24. Now what does $24 stands for? It stands for FOR, 4. Now what is the common thing that you see here between these two words and 4? The number of letters in the word. Here also it is a 3-letter word, correct? A and D is 1, 2, 3-letter word. Here also it is a 3-letter word. So I think the coding that they have followed here is this. For if it is a 3-letter word, the symbol to be used is $. Okay, let us check it for some other let us check it for some other symbol also to verify and say that this is the correct answer. See, take this ARE, okay, again dollar symbol has been used, $6, again dollar, three letters are there in this word also. So what they have followed is the symbol that they are using here is depending on the number of letters in the given word. So if the given word has 3 letters, then you have to use this symbol $. Okay, now here you see there are 2 exclamations. So let us see which are these 2 words. Which are the words that end with A here? You have India and China. Now these 2 words has how many letters? Both of them have 5 letters. So they have used exclamation. So if you have 5 letters, right, if you have a 5-letter word, then you use the symbol exclamation. I hope it is clear. That's what they have followed. Okay. So depending on the number of letters in the given word, they have used one symbol. So if you see, if it is a 3-letter word, they are using the symbol $. If it is a 4-letter word, they are using the symbol ampersand. 5-letter word means this. 6-letter word means percentage. If it's a 7-letter word, they use and 8-letter word means they use hash. Okay. So that is what they have followed. Now that you can very easily backtrace, right? What I have written here, you can very easily find out using the information that is given here, right? Using all the other numbers, all the other words also you can find out. Now you have to find the code for Lok Sabha. Again in Lok Sabha, if you see how many letters are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters are there. So what should come? Hash should come. Correct answer has to be option B. Again remember here we have not found out what this number stands for. Even before that we have got the answer. Okay, so the correct answer here has to be option B because the symbol has to be hash. That much we know. Now let us also find out what is the code that is being used for the number here. So the code that is being used for the number here is as follows. What they have done is, see, they are finding out the position of the first and the last letter in the given word. For example, if you see and, what was the code for and? It was $5. Now what is the position of A in the English alphabet? It is 1. What is the position of D in the English alphabet? It is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's what they have put. Similarly, if you have India, position of I in the English alphabet, position of A in the English alphabet, find out that, add that too. That is what you get as the answer. Okay. So that is what they have done. I hope it is clear. So now let us look for Lok Sabha itself. If you look for Lok Sabha, position of A is 1. What is the position of L? L has to be 12, correct? Because M is 13, so L is 12. So L plus A is 13. So that's how the letter is arrived at. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be option B. I hope it is clear. Next one. How is the word night coded in the given language? So if it is, the word is night, so what should you do? In the from the previous thing, what did we get? See, we found out that if you have night has how many letters in it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. So if there are 5 letters, what is the symbol that is used? 5 letters means exclamation is used. So in your answer you should have an exclamation. Again, directly eliminate all the options. This has to be your answer because there is only one option which has an exclamation in it. Very easy, right? So just if you had found out the symbol coding used, you directly get the answer as C. Okay, nothing else you need to find out. Again, otherwise if you are using, see this, the first letter that comes in the code, how do you get it? That is nothing but the last letter of the word. So again, you can eliminate these 3 options, you would have been left with these 2. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. If you even find out part of the question, right? If you find out part of the coding, you will be able to answer few questions from the sub questions. Okay, so just because some questions seem to be tough and you will not be able to arrive at the complete coding, don't leave out those questions. Even if you have got part of it, try to get the answers for the questions using that. Many times you will be able to get it. Okay, now these questions you can very clearly see that without using the entire code we are getting the answer. Next one, how is the word goal coded in the language? Again, same question, right? Yeah, again you have L here. What should be the first letter in the code? It has to start with L. This has to be your answer. All the other options are eliminated. By elimination, you can say answer is option A. The finding out the letter coding was very easy, no? Basically, they have just used the last letter of each word. That's all. So if you knew that, this answer directly you would have got. This question also you could have, no, this question you would need the symbol. Then only you will get. Okay? Yeah. Next one. Next set of questions. Again, certain information is given and the respective codes for these set of words are given. You have to find out the code for pin, pack, power, parrot. See, a lot of times this finding out the symbol is very easy. Finding out the code for the symbol is very easy. See, one thing you can see here is that power, last letter is R. Kinder, last letter is R. Here you have two, in 2 places you have Q. Okay. Now again here you have E and D. Here you have D and C. So what have they done basically? See, here you have R, correct? What is one letter before R? Q. What is one letter before E? D. What is one letter before D? C. What is one letter before R again? Q. So the code that is being used for the letters is like this. You are looking at the last letter of each word and subtracting 1 from that to arrive at the letter coding. Okay, that's the pattern that they have followed. Now, so using this, can you arrive at the answer for this question? See, they have pin, pack, power, parrot. So if it is N, it has to be end with M. If it is K, it has to end with J. If it is R, it has to end with Q. If it is T, it has to end with S. So is there any option which follows this MJQS? MJQS, MJQS. All the options are like that. So again, no, you cannot use that. No, only by knowing this you cannot arrive at the answer. But we have still cracked one information. Now let us look at the next thing. Okay. Now let us look at the symbols that they have used. Now if you see, so again, power, noise, tinder, kid. Okay, where are stars coming? I have a star here, a star here. Where is this star? 16S. S is parrot, correct? So I have a star here in parrot. Then I have a star. Where else do I have star? Here. Here if you see, pin. Okay. So M is pin, correct? So if you see here, where is the star being used? See, whichever word that starts with P, you are using a star in front. Okay, whichever word that starts with P, you are using a star in front. So that is the pattern that is being used for the symbols. Similarly, whichever words starts with K, you are using hash. Whichever words starts with T, you are using plus, and whichever word starts with N, you are using this symbol. So this is the coding for the symbol. Now if you look at the options, very clearly you know this is going to be your answer, because in this words that they have given pin, pack, power, parrot, and everything has to be star. Everything has to begin with a star. So in these three options, everything is not beginning with a star. So those three options are eliminated. But remember, you also have none of these options here. So you might want to cross check. That is very easy to cross check. See, parrot, correct? See, in this line, there is only one word which starts with P, parrot. So its code has to be star 16S. Again, in this set, only pin is there. So its code has to be star 13N. And again here there is only one word which starts with P, that is pack. So its code has to be star 14J. So similarly here you have star 15Q already as the code for par. So the correct answer that you are looking at is option A. You can arrive at it from here. Okay. Now here we have not even found out the number code that has been used. So the number code that has been used, if you see in all the questions, it looks like common, right? See here you have 15, 13, 15, 16. Then you have 16, 16, 16, 13. Again 13, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 14, 14. Now the coding that they have followed here for numbers is like this. 13 is being used for 3-letter words. Similarly, 14 is used for 4-letter words, and 15 is used for 5-letter words, and 16 is used for 6-letter words. So again, this particular thing was not even necessary to arrive at this answer. With the first two itself you got the answer, but it might be useful in other questions as well. So I have just decoded that for you and given the answer. Next question. What is the code for knock? So what is the code for knock? See, K means it has to start with a hash. So if it is K, it has to start with a hash. Now where is the word knock? See, it is there in this line. Okay. Now which is the code that is starting with hash here? It is only this. And there is only one code that starts with hash, and so this has to be the code for knock. So the correct answer is hash 15J. That is option C. Okay. Hope it is clear. Clear, no? These two sets of coding, decoding that we did, I hope it was clear to all of you. Shall we look at the next set? Okay, next we are moving on to element series. Okay, that is the next topic that is there for today's session. So when you look at element series, a very easy topic, right? You just have to look at the given arrangement and answer the questions that follows. So generally in these questions you have three different kinds of elements, right? You will have numbers, you will have alphabets, and then you will have symbols, right? Basically some sort of arrangement like this is given. PQ 1 8 3, something like this, right? Some sort of arrangement like this involving alphabets or letters, and then you have numbers and symbols. All of this is given, and they ask you questions pertaining to the position or the logical relation of these given elements, and sometimes based on grouping these elements based on their positions and questions on that. So these are the general types of questions that come from this section. Basically you are given an element series like this where you have alphabets or letters, then you have numbers and symbols, and based on their position question is asked. Now one or two terms that you should know is this. See, if they are saying that A is preceded by B, what does that mean? A is preceded by B means before A, B is coming. Okay, before A, B is there. A is preceded by B. Similarly, if I say A is followed by B, means first A will come, then B will come. Again, A is preceding B. What does that mean? A is preceding B means before B, A comes. Similarly, if I say A is following B, means first B will come followed by A. Now why I am writing this is such statements will come in the question. So you should know what they are trying to say. So if you know these basic things, solving questions is actually easy. It's basically attention to detail. You have to look at the question carefully and answer the question. Let us look at the first question. Study the following arrangement carefully and answer the questions given below. So they have given us an arrangement, and what are they asking? Which of the following is the fourth to the right of the sixth from the left end of the above arrangement? So how do you solve it? See, in this, in such questions, always this is your left end, right, and this is your right end. Keep that in your mind. Okay, this is going to be your left, this is going to be your right. Now, which of the following is fourth to the right of the sixth from the left end of the above arrangement? So first you have to find out which is the element which is sixth from the left end, and then you have to find out which is fourth to the right of that. So which is the element which is sixth from the left end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the element which is sixth from the left end. Now fourth to the right of this is what? Right of this is on this side. Correct, on this side. So right of this, fourth to the right is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the element that we are looking at is F. Okay. So the correct answer here is none of these. Option E. So which of the following is the fourth to the right of the sixth from the left end? So this is your left end. You first found out which is sixth to the left end, and then fourth to the right of that is F. So the correct answer is option C, none of these. Next one. Which of the following is the sixth to the left of the 11th from the left end of the above arrangement? So what are they asking you to find out? You have to find out which of the following is sixth to the left of the 11th from the left. So first find out which is the 11th element from the left, then find out the element which is sixth to the left of that. Okay, so how do you do it? See, 11th element from the left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11th element from the left is H. Now 6th to the left of this is again, left is this side, right is this side. So 6th to the left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which is the element that they are looking at? They are looking at R. That is option E. See, I hope it is clear to all of you. I'm not explaining much because there is nothing much to explain here. If there is any doubts, please feel free to stop me. Next question. How many such numbers are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a symbol and immediately followed by a symbol? So how many such numbers are there? So what should be the pattern that should come? See, you have to find out a number which is immediately preceded by a symbol, means before the number a symbol has to come, and immediately followed by a symbol. So after the number also a symbol has to come. So you have to find out how many such numbers are there. Before this a symbol should be there, and after this also a symbol should be there. So can you check? See, what are the, so the best way to solve this is find out the numbers that are there in the above arrangement. Okay, first number you have is 4. Before 4, on both sides no symbols are there. Then you have 3, again no. You have 6. After 6 there is a symbol, but before 6 there is no symbol. Then you have 2, no symbols. 9, before 9 there is no symbol. Then you have 1, again it is between 2 letters. Then you have star, no symbols, wait, no symbols. So the correct answer for this question will be none, because there are no such numbers before which there will be a symbol and after that also there is a symbol. There is no such number in the given arrangement. So the correct answer for this will be none. Next one. If all the symbols are dropped from the above series, then which of the following element is 9th from the right end? So I am dropping all the symbols, means what will be the arrangement that I have? I will have E4, BR, 3, A6, FH, I, 2, D9, KU, W1, MP, 5, Q8, T. Now see in this question, okay, now when you are going to solve this question, first read the question. What have they asked? If all the symbols are dropped from the above series, then which of the following element is 9th from the right end? So basically I don't need this end at all, okay, I just need to find out the 9th element from the right end. So why don't you start writing from this end so that you needn't write so many elements, okay. So if I start from here, what will I get? I'll get T, then I have 8, Q, I omit star, I have 5, P, M, 1, W, U, K. I think I can stop from here, right? I have definitely written more than 9 elements. So stop there and see which is the 9th from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is U. Okay, so what I am trying to say is you needn't, if you start from the left, you will have to write down the full set here and then find out. You can save your time by starting to write from the right end, because they have just asked you the 9th element from the right end, and the correct answer will be option A, that is U. Yes. Next one. How many symbols are there in the above arrangement which is immediately followed by a number? So how many symbols are there which is immediately followed by a number? Means there should be a symbol and then after the symbol there should be a number. So can you check? Here you have a symbol. No, you don't have a number. Here you have a symbol. No, it's not followed by a number. Symbol not followed by a number. No, no, no. So again there are no symbols which are immediately followed by numbers. So the correct answer here will be none. Next one. So in the next question they have again given you an arrangement and they are asking you which of the element is the 18th from the left end. So 18th from the left end means, as I always say, this is going to be your left and this is going to be your right. Now tell me the answer for this. Which is going to be the 18th from the left end? Count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18th from the left end has to be W. Here it is none of these, correct? It is not there in the options. Next one. Which of the following is 6th to the right of the 19th from the right end of the above arrangement? This is the given arrangement. Which of the following is 6th to the right of the 19th from the right end? So 19th from the right end is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is 19th from the right end. So which of the following is 6th to the right of this means again on this side, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which is the 6th element that we are looking at? That is 4. See, this is one way of doing it. Now another way of doing it is, now what are they asking you? See, you have to first find out the 19th element from the right and then take 6 steps on this side. Okay, basically what are we doing? We are actually doing 19 minus 6. So this will be the position of this element from the right end. You can directly do it like that also. Or see, the question is nothing but they are asking you which is the 13th element from the right end. Okay, so what is the 13th element from the right end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is 4. Okay, what I am trying to say is, see, one way to do it is first find out the 19th element, then move 6 steps right and you get the answer. The other way to do it is, what are they asking us to do? First find out the 19th element, then subtract 6 from it. Correct? So that is the position of this alphabet or the letter that we are looking at from the right end. that is the position of the element that we are looking from the right end. Okay, that is nothing but 19 minus 6 or 13th. So I can say that the element that I am going to look at is nothing but the 13th from the right end. So directly you can say it is 4. So directly also you can find it out like this in one step or do it in 2 steps. Okay, if this becomes confusing to you, then do it like this. Okay, now if you actually go back and refer to our reference material, okay, there is a reference material that is provided in each course. Now if you look into that, they would have given a box kind of thing. Okay, so how to do this, like if you have to move to right and then to left, do you have to do an addition or a subtraction? There is a small table that is given there, check that out. Next one. How many such consonants are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a symbol and immediately followed by a letter? So, consonant, okay, it has to be a consonant, it has to be preceded by a symbol, that is consonant, before that there has to be a symbol, and after that there has to be a letter. So, how many such things are there? See, here you have R, before R there is a symbol followed by N. Similarly, you have here W, before W there is a symbol and following W there is a letter. So there are 2 such consonants which are immediately preceded by a symbol and followed by a letter. Correct answer is option A, that is 2. Next one. If all the numbers are dropped from the above arrangement, which of the following will be 14th from the left end? So if I am dropping the numbers, I am dropping all these, correct? And you have 4, 6. Now 14th from the left means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It has to be U. That is option D. See, these questions don't need much explanation. So that's why I'm just going forward. I'm sure you are able to solve it. How many such numbers are there in the above arrangement, each of which is immediately preceded by a vowel? So there has to be a number. Right, before the number there has to be a vowel. So just check if where is this combination coming, a number and a vowel coming together. See here 8, but no, it is not preceded by a vowel. 4, before 4 you have Y, 6 P, no, 9 U, yeah, see here you have a number which before the number there is a vowel U. So the correct answer here is 1. There is only one such combination wherein you have a number and before the number you have a vowel. So the correct answer is option B. Next one. Different arrangement they have given. So here if all the numbers are deleted from the above arrangement, then which element will be 9th to the right of the 16th element from the right end? So see, like the 9th to the right of the 16th element from the right end. So like the previous question that we did, I told you, no. So what are they asking you to find out? Basically from this end you have to find out the 16th element from the right end. Then you have to again move towards the right and find the 9th element. Before that, what have they said? You have to eliminate all the numbers. So if you are deleting all the numbers, then what will you get? See, if you delete all the numbers, you will get, okay, let me delete it here right away. So now I have deleted all the numbers. Now I have to find out the first let me find out the 16th element, okay, from the right. So which will be the 16th element? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the 16th element from the right end is this. And then what should you do? You have to find out the 9th to the right of this. So 9th element to the right of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So G is going to be our answer. Now what is the other way in which you do? See, 16 minus 9. What is 16 minus 9? 16 minus 9 is 7. Correct? So now if you have 7, what can I say? The element that I am looking at is the element which is 7th from the right end. That way also I should get the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7th element with the right end is from the right end is also G. So the correct answer that we are looking at is option D, that is G. Okay? 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way based on their element's position in the arrangement and hence form a group. Which one does not belong to the group? So now let us look at this question. See here what is given. When such questions come, check where these elements are and see what is the pattern that they are following. See, you have F question mark followed by I. Then that is the first option. Then they have given star QT. star q t. So the first two elements are close to each other. Then there is one gap in between and the third element comes. Now 1e8, 1e8, same pattern. Then you have 6t and, again where is 6t and? See again 6t, one space and then you have and. Where is 4de, 4de? No, that's not in the same pattern as the other number, correct? Between 4 and d there is a percentage, another element is there. So this is the one which is not following the same pattern as the other 4. So the odd one out here is 4DE. Okay, so when such question comes, take each option and see where the elements are coming in this arrangement and then find out the odd one out. Okay. Yes, so I think with that we are coming to an end of the questions for today's session. Okay, so the two topics that we discussed today was coding, decoding and element series. So let us just brief back as to what we discussed in each of these topics. So when it comes to coding, decoding, different types of coding questions that can come as number coding, letter coding, symbol coding, language coding, okay, chain coding, etc. Now I think I did not take any question from chain coding today. So see how questions on chain coding come as. Let me just tell you a question. If red is coded as blue, okay, blue is coded as yellow and yellow is coded as green, then what is the color of the sky? That is one question on chain coding. So what did we say here? In the question we said that blue is coded as yellow. And then what is the color of the sky? So what does that mean? In the code, blue means yellow. So what should be the color of the sky in that code? It has to be yellow. So questions of these types are called as chain coding. So you can just refer back to the video lesson, and the video lessons that is there in the portal. There should definitely be questions on chain coding. Refer to that. If you don't understand anything, please get back to me. Okay, I'll definitely help you out with that. Then I think remaining all the other types we have covered. Then the most important or the advanced type of coding questions that comes nowadays in exams is wherein you have number coding, symbol coding and letter coding, all of this mixed together. So we tried some questions on that as well. Do practice more questions of this type, and one very important thing that you have to keep in mind when such questions come in the examination is that even if you are not able to find out the complete pattern, right, the pattern for the number, the symbol and the letter, even if you are able to find any one or two of them, many times you will be able to arrive at the answer. See, why I am repeatedly saying is that I see a lot of you getting demotivated, feeling that, oh, this is very tough, I will not be able to do this full set of code. Sometimes the full set of decoding is not required for such questions. Okay, so that is what we did in coding. Then element series, fairly easy. Only thing you have to understand the given information correctly, and then you should know what is preceded by, what is succeeded by or followed by. So if you know all that, then arriving at the answer is easy. Again, don't do silly mistakes while counting. It is just attention to detail when it comes to element series. Great. So I hope that is it for today. So I will see you in the next concept session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then.